Okay, let's be honest. We've all been there, right? You've got a simple question about an online order. You open up that little chat window and you're immediately met by a chatbot that just sends you in circles. It's frustrating, it's a total waste of time, and it just feels completely broken. But what if? What if there was a totally new way to do this? A system that doesn't just answer your questions, but actually takes action and solves your problems all on its own? Well, that's exactly what we're talking about today. This is the future of customer support, and we're going to break down how it all works.
It's the question we all scream into the void every time we're stuck in one of those support loops, frantically typing, "talk to a human," over and over again. The thing is, most of what passes for AI support today is really built on old tech. It just can't handle the messiness and complexity of real-world problems. They're basically just fancy FAQ machines. And you know what? They're not good enough. Not even close.
And when you put the two side by side, the difference is just wow. On one side, you have all the stuff that drives us crazy. The same old canned responses, data that's hopelessly out of date, and a complete inability to actually do anything. But on the other side, that's where you see the promise of a truly autonomous agent. It doesn't just talk. It builds dynamic interfaces on the fly, it takes instant action for you, and it works with data that's perfectly fresh.
So let's be super clear here. We are not talking about a slightly better chatbot. This is a whole new category of technology. The thinking behind this is to create what's called an AI transformation partner, a system that's designed from the ground up to operate independently and become a real, functioning part of a company's operations.
Now you might be thinking, okay, this sounds expensive and complicated. It's probably just for giant corporations. But that's not the focus here. This is actually aimed at empowering smaller, more nimble businesses. I mean, think about it. If you're a solopreneur or an indie hacker, what would it mean to have an AI partner that handles all of your customer support 24/7 with a level of quality that demanding global clients expect? It's a total game changer. It completely levels the playing field.
So what's the secret sauce? What really makes this different? It really boils down to two big ideas. First, it's code first and autonomous. That means it's engineered for rock-solid reliability and to work without any human babysitting. And second, this incredible concept they call generative UI. And that's the thing we've really got to unpack.
To really get how this all works, we've got to pop the hood and look inside. The whole system's intelligence is built on three main pillars: how it decides what to do, how it communicates with you, and how it remembers everything. Let's start with the brain.
So when you send a message, the AI doesn't just take a wild guess. First, it figures out exactly what you want. It classifies your intent. Then, like a symphony conductor, it routes your request to the perfect specialist agent for that specific job. That agent then pulls in real-time data right from the source. No stale information allowed. And finally, it actually generates an interactive interface to solve your problem right then and there. It's a clean, logical, and seriously efficient process. Okay, this right here is the magic ingredient: generative UI. It means instead of just getting a boring text response back, the AI actually builds you a custom little mini app right there in the chat window just for your problem. So imagine asking for your order status, and instead of just text, a full interactive timeline with a live tracking map just appears. That's generative UI. It's like having a master craftsman who instantly builds the exact tool you need right when you need it.
And this shows so clearly that it's not just one giant AI trying to do everything. No, it's a whole team of specialists, all orchestrated by a system called LangGraph. You've got an agent that's an absolute expert on order statuses. You've got another one that's a pro at processing refunds, one for product info, and even one that handles business analytics. Each one is a master of its own domain, which means every single request is handled by a true expert.
The final pillar is its memory. And we're not talking about a simple spreadsheet of past orders. It uses something called a Neo4j graph database, which is huge because it means the AI understands relationships. It knows you're a loyal customer, it remembers which products you've looked at, and it can see your entire journey with the business. It's this deep, contextual memory that makes true personalization and even predictive insights possible. All right, so that's the theory. But how does this tech actually solve those real-world, pull-your-hair-out frustrations that we all know and hate? Let's walk through a couple of examples of how it takes you from total frustration to instant satisfaction.
We've all seen this one. You get an email saying your package is shipped, but the support bot, which is looking at old cache data, tells you it's still sitting in the warehouse. It's confusing, it breaks your trust. It's just a classic stale data problem. The fix is actually really clever. It uses something called webhooks. The second an order gets updated in the e-commerce system, like WooCommerce, it sends an instant automatic alert to the AI agent, which immediately updates its data. The result? The agent always has the freshest, most accurate information. Problem solved. No more confusion.
Now, this number really shows you the level of trust and autonomy we're talking about here. The system is so intelligent that, based on business rules and a customer's history, the agent can approve a refund of up to $2,000 all by itself. Think about that. No waiting for a manager, no back-and-forth emails, just an instant smart decision.
So let's just quickly tie all the core strengths together. That generative UI gives you a truly dynamic, interactive experience. Its autonomous operation means it needs zero human intervention to do its job. It's built from the ground up to integrate seamlessly with platforms like Shopify and WooCommerce, and because the data flow is so predictable and controlled, the whole system is incredibly reliable and secure.
Okay, the tech is awesome. We get it. But what does this actually mean for a business? What's the real, tangible impact on the bottom line? Let's get into the numbers.
And the results are, well, they're pretty dramatic. Businesses using this can see a first contact resolution rate of over 95%. That means nearly every single customer issue gets solved on the very first try. And because the system is so autonomous, it can lead to a 70% reduction in the costs you'd normally spend on human support teams. These are not small tweaks, these are transformative numbers.
And you know, the impact goes way beyond just saving money on support. That super smart Neo4j memory we talked about, it basically becomes a business strategy engine. It lets you analyze the entire customer journey. It can predict which customers might be about to leave. It can spot the absolute perfect moment to suggest an upsell, and it can even calculate a loyalty score for every customer. This isn't just support anymore. This is deep, actionable business intelligence.
So, we've seen how an autonomous agent like this can completely revolutionize customer support for e-commerce. It's faster, it's smarter, it's way more efficient. But that leaves us with one last really big thought. What if this level of intelligence, this mix of autonomous action, generative UI, and deep understanding wasn't just for customer support? What if every single digital service we interacted with every day was this smart? Now that is a future we're thinking about.